welcome. I'm Pia and you're watching NewsX. A thick haze has returned to Delhi, Noida, Gurugram and other surrounding places of the national capital after people had burst crackers on Diwali last night, violating the Supreme Court's ban order. This has led to pollution levels increasing all across the national capital region, which has already been battling with its deteriorating air quality. Air quality across Delhi continues to be in the poor category as per the Central Pollution Control Board. Meanwhile, we're also getting to know that Delhi had witnessed earlier, of course, the best air quality on Diwali Day yesterday in 8 years. But the situation has once again turned rather grim as crackers, innumerable amount of crackers were burst. A couple of my colleagues, Brian and Mahendra Mahi, have filed a ground report from across the national capital. Let's have a look.
के बैन के बावजूद भी देर रात खूब पटाखे फोड़े गए, जिसके बाद दिल्ली की जो आबो हवा है वो बहुत ज़्यादा प्रदूषित हो गई है। आपको बता दें कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट की गाइडलाइंस थी कि नोएडा एनसीआर में किसी तरह का कोई पटाखे ना बेचे जाएंगे ना फोड़े जाएंगे, मगर उसके बावजूद भी देर रात खूब पटाखे जलाए गए, जिसके बाद नोएडा की जो आबो हवा है वो ख़राब हो चुकी। यानी कि कल तक जो एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स 150 के आसपास थी, आज वो 450 पहुंच गया है। नोएडा के ऐसे कई इलाके हैं जहां की हवा बेहद ज़्यादा गंभीर श्रेणी में पहुंच गई है। यानी कि देखिए, हमने देखा किस तरीके से जो 2 दिन बारिश हुई थी उसके बाद का आसपास का जो माहौल था बिल्कुल साफ़ सुथरा हो गया था। यानी कि जो एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स थी उसमें काफ़ी गिरावट आई थी। मगर कल देर रात दिवाली जो मनाई गई लोगों ने और वहाँ जो पटाखे आतिशबाजी की, उसके बाद का जो एटमॉस्फेयर है वो बदल चुका है। तस्वीरें बिल्कुल अलग हो चुकी है क्योंकि धुंधली तस्वीर हो चुकी है। लगातार हम देख रहे थे किस तरीके से जो एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स था उसमें काफ़ी सुधार आया था। आप तस्वीरों में देख सकते हैं किस तरीके चारों तरफ आपको केवल धुंधलापन दिखाई देगा। ये जो कल पटाखे जलाए गए थे उसका ये नतीजा है, जबकि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने साफ तौर पे ये कहा था कि किसी तरह की कोई आतिशबाजी नहीं होगी। उसके बावजूद भी दिल्ली एनसीआर में तमाम इलाकों में खूब देर रात तक आतिशबाजी हुई, जिसके कारण जो पॉल्यूशन का ग्राफ है वो बढ़ गया है। और आप देखेंगे किस तरीके से चारों तरफ केवल जो पॉल्यूशन है, यानी कि जो पटाखे का धुआं है वो आपको दिखाई देगा। जबकि सुप्रीम कोर्ट का आदेश था कि नोएडा एनसीआर में किसी तरह के पटाखे नहीं जलाए जाएंगे, मगर उसके बावजूद भी जो नियमों का उल्लंघन किया गया और देर रात खूब पटाखे जलाए गए, जिसके बाद जो पॉल्यूशन था वो बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ चुका है। यानी कि देखिए, कल शाम तक सामान्य स्थिति थी। एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स जो था 200 के आसपास था। कई इलाके ऐसे थे जहां नोएडा में जहां एयर क्वालिटी इंडेक्स मानिए कि 100 पहुंच गया था, मगर देर रात आतिशबाजी के बाद जो पॉल्यूशन का लेवल है वो अचानक बढ़ गया। इंडिया न्यूज़ से महेंद्र माही, नोएडा।
Thick layer of smog again continues to engulf the national capital after people burst crackers on Diwali night. This was yesterday, despite government's Diya Jalao Patake Nahi campaign and even the Supreme Court's order on firecracker. Right now also the AQI is very high. It has crossed above 450 at this very place at India Gate. And if I show you the visuals there also, you see that the shroud, the blanket of thick layer of smog is again engulfing the national capital, which will cause a lot of health problems to the Delhiites. There will be issues again. Yesterday, yes, there was some respite, but now it is again continuing to engulf the national capital. The visibility has become 400 meters. This visibility is again an issue which will cause a lot of problem. Even in the early morning also, while I was traveling, I also saw there was a thick layer of smog. You could actually feel that you're in between the layers of smog, and here also again the situation is back again despite of government's impose or the Supreme Court's impose on ban, government pleading Diya Jalao Patake Nahi campaign, but still yesterday there were firecrackers being burnt, and because of that, as a result, again the air quality has become high. It is here above 450. The visibility is an issue again. The visibility is around just 400 meters. If I request my camera person also to show you the skyline above and see that it's a thick, it's a very thick layer of smog that has actually, engulfed the entire, skyline, that is not being visible also. And you can actually understand how bad the visibility is. The visibility is just 400 meters. People who are traveling via vehicles are again, opting to use double indicators. And this will cause a lot of problems. Till yesterday, during Diwali, the situation was much better. Here also in the morning, the AQI yesterday was just 250, but now it has just doubled up in just one night because of the negligence of people busting crackers in spite of the Supreme Court's warning, in spite of the government's warning not to burn firecrackers. But yes, it happened. There was a violation, and because as a result, if you see behind also the India Gate, you see till yesterday the India Gate was actually properly visible. There was a dense, a very not a very thick layer of smog. There was a bit smog layer that was engulfing the capital, but now you can actually see and understand how bad the situation is. Even when you travel via roads, when you go via roads, you can actually see how bad the situation is. And again, the problems of breathing, headache, eye irritation will again continue to haunt the Delhiites. That was, there was some relief for 2 to 3 days until today, when the situation is again bad.
Adding to the woes of the people of the national capital, once again the AQI rises after the Diwali night, because that's quite evident and a perennial problem. People flouted all the rules and regulations and burst crackers on the night of the Diwali, which has now further risen the AQI levels to the severe category. Right behind me, you can also see the toxic haze which was engulfing the national capital for few days is now visible once again. Of course, the visibility also now very low. Of course, it creates it has now become a matter of concern for the people of Delhi for the past few years, and it's now once again visible. Well, we come to you from India Gate, and we will also try to gain in perspective from the people as to how they feel after the AQI rises once again. So, ma'am, the AQI has risen once again in the national capital. How do you feel, and do you feel that you are once again breathing the toxic air?
Absolutely. I mean, we can see it, we can feel it. I think it's very, sad that we are living in a time where we are not being conscious of what we are getting into in the next day, while we are just bothered about that day. Crackers, be it noise, be it pollution, I think, we are going way overboard with it. I don't know what else could be a wake-up call than what we are breathing in right now.
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for speaking to us. Of course, you heard one of the persons also over here saying that definitely they are breathing that toxic air. And if I just tell you the data, then according to the data by SAFAR and by the Central Pollution Control Board also, the AQI touched almost 900, I beg your pardon, in many areas, which is now a matter of concern. And in many areas, it was more than 500, which is in the severe plus category. Of course, very hazardous when it comes to the air quality index, and people have to bear the brunt of it continuously for many years. And if we just show you more visuals, then there you can see even few hundred meters away is not visible. There, Rashtrapati Bhavan is there. Earlier, it used to be visible. Many morning walkers used to come here to breathe clean air, but now it has become the situation is worsening with the passage of time, and the people of the national capital have to bear the brunt of it, because yesterday night after 6:30 to 7 p.m. There was massive bursting of firecrackers. People flouted all the rules despite a blanket ban on the use of firecrackers in the national capital, which is already battling with the problem of rising air pollution every year. The Supreme Court also cracked a whip on the Delhi government, saying that the stubble burning should also stop in Punjab, and the watch on use of firecrackers should also be monitored. Not only use of firecrackers, the storage and manufacturing of firecrackers should also not be permitted in the national capital. Despite the blanket ban, all the rules flouted people bearing the brunt of this perennial problem. The GRAP 4 Graded Response Action Plan Stage 4 is already in place, which further doesn't allow the construction, demolition activities and some BS3, BS4 petrol vehicle and diesel vehicles. But still, the larger question remains. As we stand here after the Diwali night, the AQI is risen once again to the severe plus category. Will we be back right here next year asking the same questions about the same problem, for which there seems to be no relief, because some relief was felt by the people of Delhi after it received some rainfall, but then we are back to the square board again, and it will be important to see as to now how government also impose more curbs to tackle the air pollution, and when can people of Delhi heave a sigh of relief. In New Delhi with camera person of Desh, Akshit Gupta for NewsX.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.